If you were asked what animal you are most afraid of, you'd probably mention the lions, hippos, or sharks. You know, animals we all know can be dangerous. But you would agree with me that sometimes it's the tiniest things that does the most damage. Would it come in off as strange if I tell you that? Some really tiny insects can kill even the wildest of animals. From fatal kiss bugs to blistering aphrodisiac beetles, here are the deadliest insects in the world. Let's begin with mosquitoes. Some call them the world's deadliest animals. Depending on where you live, you're probably thinking, it's just mosquitoes, they are not a big deal. You might be right, but their common occurrence does not make them any less deadly. If all you get from a mosquito bite is an itchy bump, then you are lucky because that means the mosquito is not carrying any pathogens. It might interest you to know that mosquitoes are not always after your blood. A male mosquito eats nectar from flowers or drinks juice from fruits. It's the females you should be worried about. Female mosquitoes need protein to make eggs, so they get it from the blood of animals and humans. If all they did was take a sip and leave, it would be nice. Itchy, but nice. Unfortunately, they could also be carrying pathogens that could cause various illnesses. This is about to get uncomfortable, but let's take a look at how these pathogens are transmitted. A female mosquito's mouth, which is called a proboscis, has 6 needle-like stylets. 2 of these needles have tiny and sharp teeth with which the mosquito cuts into your skin weird enough. You don't feel the pain at first because of how tiny the teeth are. Also, the mosquito pours numbing saliva on your skin using another needle. This saliva not only numbs your skin, but also makes your blood flow better. Then, 2 other needles help to hold the cut open, while the last needle finds a blood vessel and sucks your blood. Gross! It is the saliva that sometimes contains pathogens that infect humans. These pathogens could cause malaria, Zika, yellow fever, dengue virus, and West Nile virus. These illnesses could also lead to potentially deadly conditions such as meningitis, encephalitis, and microcephaly. So, the next time you are bitten by a mosquito, keep your fingers crossed, hoping it has some table manners and won't infect its food. The next insect on our list has a fitting name: fire ants. They are often referred to as one of the world's worst invasive species. The fire ant is native to South America. Before you sigh in relief, these ants are travelers. They have been known to hitch rides on trucks and ships. You would think that these hitchhikers would be polite, but these ants are very aggressive and usually attack in their numbers when they are provoked. They usually live in colonies of up to millions with multiple queens. If the fire ants feel like humans are being too dramatic when they see them, they form rafts of their own bodies to float down waterways. Wondering why they are called fire ants? That is because their sting causes a burning sensation that is extremely painful. Imagine if they all attacked you at once. Did you shudder? Well, you should. A painful encounter with the fire ant occurs in 2 stages. The fire ant latches onto the victim by biting with its mandibles, then it tucks its abdomen under itself and stings. There have been fatalities in the United States, usually due to anaphylactic shock from the fire ant's sting. Due to their invasiveness, livestock have in the past been evacuated from infected farms, and they have also destroyed native ecosystems. Their nests may be found in garden beds, lawns, bushlands, and footpaths. The nests usually look like mounds of dirt. If you notice them, do not try to scatter them. Make sure to contact the appropriate authorities. This one might sound familiar. Killer bees, also known as African honeybees. The killer bees are more aggressive than their European counterparts because they live in habitats where they are more susceptible to predators who destroy the hives looking for honey. They are so fiercely protective that they can sense threats from up to 100 feet from the hive and will pursue intruders over a large distance. When threatened, they release pheromones that inform other bees in the colony, and they attack in numbers of up to hundreds or thousands. The fact that they attack in large numbers is what makes them more dangerous than European honeybees. The large amount of venom from a multiple stinging incident can lead to anaphylactic shock, which can cause death. The probability of death is higher if the stings trigger an allergic reaction, which also leads to anaphylactic shock. These bees are actually very peaceful if you don't touch their hive. So if you are craving honey, make sure to get it from the store. Next is an insect that is as beautiful as it is dangerous. Monarch butterfly. The monarch butterfly is native to North America. Its attractive wings may lure you into thinking it's just a harmless butterfly, but its vivid colors are actually a warning to leave it alone. While monarch butterflies aren't inherently dangerous to humans, their diet is. Monarch caterpillars eat milkweed, while monarch butterflies fuel up on the nectar from milkweed and other flowers during the winter. They also lay their eggs on it. Milkweed is a poisonous plant that can be deadly to humans. It contains a toxin known as cardiac glycoside. If consumed by humans, it can cause nausea, vomiting, stomach pains, diarrhea, and weakness. If the poisoning is severe enough, it can cause seizures, heart issues, and even death. The relationship between the beautiful monarch butterfly and the poisonous milkweed is nature's own adaptation of Beauty and the Beast. The cardiac glycoside produced by milkweed disturbs molecular pumps that control the flow of ions in and out of cells. The monarch butterfly has developed molecular pumps that are unaffected by this toxin. So the next time you have the urge to touch a monarch butterfly, remember that the milkweed is a beast and you are not Beauty. Before the invention of Viagra and other modern aphrodisiacs, humans used more natural methods for stimulation. Some of them were questionable, but who am I to judge? The next insect on our list is sure to raise an eyebrow or two. Blister beetles. Blister beetles are common in the United States. They are also found in the West Indies as well as in South and Central America. In ancient times, the chemical gotten from blister beetles was used in the preparation of aphrodisiacs. This chemical is called cantharidin. One wonders how they discovered this. Did somebody stare at a beetle and think, yeah, this should help me satisfy my wife? Before you think of capturing blister beetles to test out their aphrodisiac properties, know that there is a reason they are on this list. Cantharidin is a toxic blistering agent. If it comes into contact with your eyes, skin, mouth, throat, or digestive tract, it causes irritation and blistering. You might be thinking, well, that's not so bad. In the 1950s, a man was imprisoned for causing the deaths of 2 women. How? He gave them cantharidin-laced candies to seduce them. In severe cases, a person could get kidney damage, shock, and in cases where it comes into contact with the eyes, decreased vision and damage to the cornea. How was this ever considered to be an aphrodisiac? This next insect has a name that might deceive you into thinking it's also an aphrodisiac source. Kissing bugs. Don't be deceived by their lovely names, these bugs are far from kissable. They got their name from the fact that they bite people in the face. Ouch. They are mostly found in America, but minor populations are found in Africa and Asia. Just like mosquitoes, kissing bugs are disease carriers. They feed on vertebrate blood, so they are able to easily transmit these diseases. The most prominent disease caused by kissing bugs is Chagas disease. This disease infects about 6 to 7 million people globally and causes about 10,000 deaths on a yearly basis. Bites from kissing bugs have been known to trigger allergic reactions in some people. Feeling kisses on your face at night can be very sweet, but if you don't have a partner and you happen to be American, open your eyes as fast as possible to swat those kisses away. There is a high chance it's from a kissing bug. This insect has a name as ugly as its sting. Puss caterpillars. The name isn't all that ugly if you know where it came from. Puss comes from pussycat, which is a reference to the caterpillar's cat-like hair and tail. Puss caterpillars are native to the United States. They are mostly found in states between New Jersey and Florida. They are also found in Texas. With the number of poisonous insects on our list that are native to the United States, Americans are not in the best position to tease Australians about their wild animals. You shouldn't get too comfortable just because these caterpillars have cat-like hair. They can't be cuddled because these hairs have prickly spines that inject venom into the victim. This venom is so excruciatingly painful that a Texan victim once described it as being similar to a broken bone. The reason behind the excruciating pain is that the venom contains protein that shapeshifts into a ring shape to poke holes in cells. These cells then send powerful pain signals to the brain. A touch from a puss caterpillar can land a person in the emergency room. This next insect is a mouthful. Japanese giant hornet, also known as the Asian giant hornet. As its name implies, it is native to Asia. It is the world's largest hornet, measuring about 1.5 to 2 inches. Like killer bees, Japanese giant hornets will not attack unless they feel threatened. But when they attack, the situation gets really unpleasant. These insects can not only sting, they can also spray venom. The giant hornet sting can cause kidney failure, localized necrosis, liver damage, and respiratory failure. How scary is that? They are not just potential threats to humans, but to insects too. They are often called murder hornets, a name derived from their predatory relationship with honeybees and other insects. They attack honeybee colonies to kill the worker bees as food. They also eat honey and feed their young ones with the honeybee larvae. Their attacks weaken honeybee colonies and are known as one of the biggest threats to honeybee populations. Our next entry is absolutely disgusting. Bot flies. If you want to go on a vacation to South America, Mexico, the south of the United States border, or through rainforests, you should pay special attention to this because botflies are native to these areas. Botflies are internal parasites whose larvae develop under the skin and eat their way out. It sounds like a scene from a horror movie. Why do these even exist? If you are into history, then you have probably heard of the Black Plague. The culprit is the final entry on our list. Fleas are widely distributed all over the world. When you think of the life cycle of fleas, you would probably feel sympathy that they spend most of their lifetime searching for a home. As sad as it might seem, don't feel sorry for these little monsters. The home they seek is warm-blooded animals and humans. Fleas are responsible for typhus and the Black Plague, some of the most devastating diseases to ever ravage the earth. That's it for our list. If you had to, which of these insects would you take your chances with? Let us know in the comments. Don't forget to like and subscribe. See you in the next video. Bye.